Okay, we are going to show you how to utilize the new key account store visit form that is available on your iPad or iPhone. Uh, in order to uh, do this, you have to have installed the Nintex Mobile application on your iPad and or iPhone, and those instructions have been sent to you previously, so we are assuming that the Nintex Mobile application is available. You'll see it here on my screen. I'm going to tap into that application, uh, and there are various options here on the menu to the left-hand side. Again, I'm on an iPad. Obviously, this does work on your iPhone as well. Um, so if you tap into the forms, you can always pull down the right-hand um, area where the forms show, and it will refresh the form to make sure that you're utilizing the most recent form. You'll see the very top one on my screen, most likely will be the only one showing on your screen, at least initially, is called the KA or Key Account Store Visit. You tap into that form and it will display the form on the right-hand side, and you can start answering the questions. The first thing you do is you open up this selection form, and you can scroll through all of these options until you find the exact right uh, store that you are interested in. We're going to use the Dillard's at the mall in North Olmsted, Ohio. The date will default to today's date. You can change that if you'd like, but if you're doing this in store, as we envision you will be, that date should be just fine. You'll tap into the sales consultant field. You can enter your own name here, and you'll see that my name is available, and I've just added my name as the sales consultant. You can enter the store manager's name, um, who you actually met with, and then you can start answering these questions. All these slider bars are defaulted to no, so if it's gray like that, it is a no, and if you want it to be yes, you just simply slide it to the right and it turns it on and says yes. So is the product stuffed and styled according to styling guide? Yes. Um, Another little tidbit you can utilize on your iPad, you have Siri, so you can actually utilize the Siri microphone on the keyboard and speak into the iPad, and it will capture your words instead of having to type it all. I'll give you an example of that. This display looked really great. And so you can do that. If you prefer to type, obviously you can. You can go through here, answer all the questions, make notes, um, and answer any of these questions. You'll notice sometimes it's a yes, no. There are a few, most of the times it's a yes, no. There are a few options like this one here that has to do with um, the overall presentation. How does it compare with other brands in the department or in the store? And you can pick one of these. You can also select um, how much inventory. Their inventory is just right, uh, and so forth and so on. Lastly, obviously you can enter all kinds of information here. Most of these forms or fields that are these large white boxes are free form fields where you can enter all kinds of things um, at your at your discretion. And then lastly, uh, we're asking you to submit photos of the store displays as part of this form. You do that right in the form, and so you would select here. You select the add button in the upper right hand corner, and it is going to ask you, do you want to just simply turn your camera on and take pictures, or do you want to select pictures from your media library? We're recommending you actually select pictures from your media library and that you drill into your camera roll, and this is where we would recommend that you utilize the Sketch application to mark up those photos. Take the photos before you fill out the form, mark those photos up in the Sketch application, and save those to your camera roll, and then add those to the form. So I have a before and I have an after photo that I'm adding, and it's very difficult to see on the screen, but there's marked up information. I have labeled the before photo with before, along with some arrows and some verbiage, and likewise on the after photo. Once you're done with that, you can see then that there are two attachments that are included in this, and then you just simply hit the submit button. You'll notice when you hit the submit button that it's in your outbox for a period of time while it is submitting, and it has now submitted that form to the indirect sales thread site at the corporate office, and the appropriate personnel are have been made aware that form has been submitted. That's essentially the process for doing submissions. Again, works very similarly on the iPhone. Obviously looks slightly different because of the form factor of the iPhone versus the iPad. Either works, and you can utilize either one that you prefer, and one time and one a different. If you have questions, we'd be happy to try to help you answer those. Otherwise, look forward to having some feedback from you on this application.